We missed a golden opportunity for a U.S. North Korea breakthrough this week as denuclearization dialogue faces a critical juncture. With days left of 2019, the North's year-end deadline could be the point of no return. U.S. Special Representative for North Korea Stephen Biegun wrapped up a 3-day visit to South Korea on Tuesday. Before he left, he made an appeal for dialogue with the North, suggesting they could hold talks at the border. President Donald Trump had done similar earlier this year and ended up holding an impromptu border meeting with Chairman Kim Jong-un. This time, there was no reply from North Korea, giving the impression that Pyongyang really has given up on dialogue with the US, as officially stated already. On the other hand, the US is clearly holding out hope for negotiations for as long as possible. Biegun insisted Washington has no deadline, while stressing the goal of fulfilling the commitments Trump and Kim made last year when they broadly promised to work towards peace, cooperation, and the North's denuclearization. But the silence from Pyongyang spoke volumes. For all the fanfare of Trump-Kim meetings, the US and North Korea have never appeared to be close to an understanding on how denuclearization would actually play out and what kind of concessions Washington would offer to the North, like sanctions relief. The two sides last held working-level nuclear talks in Sweden in October. That dialogue ended without any progress, with Pyongyang accusing Washington of having come to the negotiating table empty-handed. There may be slim hope in comments from North Korean military chief Pak Jong-chon, who suggested his country should be familiar with both dialogue and confrontation, and that the US might yet spend the year-end in peace, but only when they hold off any words and deeds rattling us. Yet, the North still didn't respond to Biegun when he said in South Korea this week that the US is willing to consider feasible steps. Pyongyang may also have been emboldened by the roles that China and Russia have to play. Reuters reported Monday Beijing and Moscow proposed a UN Security Council resolution seeking partial sanctions relief for the North, but critics are concerned Beijing and Moscow are sending out the wrong signal, undermining the pressure tactics Washington hoped would force denuclearization. And a spokesperson for the US State Department told us now is not the time for the UN Security Council to consider offering premature sanctions relief. The trouble is, we could be just days from a long-range North Korean missile test, as openly mentioned by America's top military official in Asia, General Charles Q. Brown. Pyongyang has appeared to be testing ballistic missile technology recently. Trump's response this week was that he'd be disappointed if something would be in the works, and if it is, we'll take care of it. While we ponder what that might mean, Biegun said Pyongyang knows how to reach us. Unfortunately, the way we're heading, those words could soon be spun to refer to a missile rather than words.